team? Welcome to the channel. This is my first review, and we'll be talking about XDefiant. I'm primarily a Siege player, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm coming from on my opinions of this game. XDefiant and Rainbow Six Siege are two completely different games, and despite how badly they introduced XDefiant on the reveal trailer,
it's fast-paced firefights meets punk rock mosh pit.
I did want to try it out and give it a chance. Seems like a good alternative to COD. I did not play the betas. I wanted to wait until it was actually released. And to be perfectly honest, it still kind of feels like it's in development. Ubisoft is actually pretty good about keeping their games current, updating regularly, and I am pretty excited to see where this game goes in the future. So with that being said, let's dive right into the good and the bad of XDefiant. Alright, so when you launch the game, the first thing that really hits me is the music. For me, soundtracks are very important, and XDefiant's menu music is amazing. The entire soundtrack is just amazing. I love it. It really hits the spot. I think the direction and the tone of this game is really going to go where they wanted to take Siege, with the arena, competitive, sports type of feel. And this soundtrack conveys that really well. The menu is a little basic right now. I understand the game just launched. I would really expect that to get better as the game goes on, gets updated more, but for right now it's pretty basic. Up front it does look a lot like Siege's menu, but once you get into it, it does get a little weird to navigate. It doesn't ruin my overall experience, but it could definitely be better. The game modes they're offering right out of the gate are pretty standard. They're not breaking any new ground with the game modes. I have heard that Team Deathmatch is coming. That'll be a great addition. As of right now though, pretty straightforward. Nothing mind-blowing as far as pure game modes go. This is a high health, very fast-paced game. Completely the opposite of what I came from, Rainbow Six Siege. And I enjoy the change of pace, honestly. COD was kind of my outlet for this type of gameplay, but this XDefiant is a completely different feel when it comes to the environments. It's not so dreary and more realistic and gritty. It's a bright and arcadey type of feel. This game really blended together elements from COD, Rainbow Six Siege to a lesser extent, and Counter-Strike. I kind of feel as if all three of those games were just kind of mashed together, and this is what we have. This game clearly borrows elements from Counter-Strike and Call of Duty. And the gun models from Rainbow Six Siege were pretty much exported into this game, it seems like. I mean, look at this end screen. This is clearly Counter-Strike through and through. And I heard a rumor that Siege was going to implement this eventually. I do kind of like that giving your teammates a thumbs up gives you XP, just to kind of promote positivity. The gameplay is going to be pretty rough for new players. The gun progression on this game is pretty grindy. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but you are going to get punished quite a bit for not having your guns leveled up starting off, and that could be a turnoff to some new players. I've heard negative comments about how long it takes to rank up guns compared to Call of Duty, and I can understand some of that frustration. I do enjoy the long grind. I think it does keep players like me engaged. But if you're starting off fresh with nothing, I could understand how some players might not enjoy taking their lumps in order to get those guns leveled up to where they need to be. And that's kind of the issue that games with gun progression have. This game doesn't currently have a full-on ranked system yet, because I think there's quite a bit of balancing that still needs to be implemented, and I think that's going to take quite a bit of time to get worked out. When it comes to the abilities, the fact that there are shields in this game that you can shoot through but your enemies can't, it just feels wrong. On paper, that is extremely overpowered. I think in this game it's still a little overpowered, but not as bad as I thought it would be. But just the whole concept of being able to shoot through a shield that you can't be hit from is a little crazy to me. But I think it's here to stay. I'm not really sure what you do to balance that, honestly. I mean, there is a significant cooldown on that type of ultimate ability, but it just doesn't feel right. With that being said, though, this game does feel like it is very gunfight oriented, but some of these gunfights are a little silly. I have never been a big fan of first-person shooters that have this jump ability. I do understand that in certain spots, jumping is a necessary mechanic. However, there's been quite a few gunfights where the opponent simply hops around, and while you could say that is strategic, it's just goofy looking. And I would like to see some sort of measure taken to remove that from the movement somehow. It reminds me a lot of the drop shotting that was removed from Siege, along with the lean meta that they took actions to correct. Yeah, we have a hop meta that needs to be corrected right now. The sliding in XDefiant doesn't seem to be very functional at the moment. I feel like the slide is a bit long and takes a while to recover from. Considering the speed of this game, the current slide just doesn't feel as though it's on pace with the rest of the movement. Hit detection is a problem right now. I think if you just kind of casually run through this game, you won't notice it too much. It's not that bad, but there are some moments where I will clearly hit somebody 2 or 3 times. The hit marker will display on screen, and then it shows your opponent's XP is full health. And you're just sitting there like, well, I know I at least tagged them a few times. I don't know what that is. Could be a server issue. I mean, this is an online game at the end of the day, and should probably be number 1 on their list of fixes. I have faith that it'll get corrected. And it's not all the time, but sometimes it does pop up, and it's frustrating. Overall, though, I think this is a great game. I really do look forward to where it's going. There are rumors where new factions are going to be in, maybe some Rainbow Six Siege operators, a Siege faction. That would be really cool. I would expect to see all of the Ubisoft properties worked into this game in the future. This is a great platform to bring everything together, and I'm looking forward to it. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about this game. If you like this video and you're still here, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. Follow me on Twitch, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.